I grinded 300 games on the new Ashe to find out if I can master the character that now has the fastest movement and highest skill ceiling in all of Apex Legends. The new Ashe is now easily the flashiest, most fun character in the game now since Apex's new season changes Ashe's entire kit and abilities. A lot of you, like me, maybe haven't played the game in a while, so let this be your sign you need to check out the game and try Ashe. The character is for all the movement junkies out there who just love going fast no matter the game. She's for all the Wraith mains, Genji mains, Jet mains, you get the idea. Movement shooter enjoyers will love her. She's also the most meta legend at the moment, and here's the current pick rates in the game to prove it. The skill set's pretty straightforward though. She has a jet-like dash, except you could shoot while doing it, long range portal for her and her team, and a snare that stuns enemies in its area of effect. Additionally, her passives include a map that shows where any recent deaths are, and faster movement and faster reloads on shield cracks. I'll be going over everything I would have loved to have known back when I first started, from upgrade selection, the weapons I use with her, every setting in movement tech I found useful, to in-game application, in-game breakdowns, and what mindset you should have for big impact in your games. I'll show you how I went from throwing entire fights by porting like this.
And then I have the raid portaling. Yeah.
Oh, fuck. And this. I'm gonna port. Oh. To the point where I had people reacting like this.
Dude, I thought I could make it.
Hey, open it.
No, gonna be one. Just only one. Nice. Holy fuck.
So, like, what's it like being the best movement player in the game?
Alright, sweet. So let's get into it. Here's how my process was gonna go. I first had to check how many Ashe games I had before starting. This way I could track my progress from match 1. I had 65 from previous seasons, so this was gonna be our starting point. So goal is to reach 365 games played. The rules for the challenge are as follows. 1, I'm only going to be playing Ashe. 2, I'm going to be playing only 300 games. And 3, I'm going to be playing all modes and team sizes. So solo rank, team rank, solo pubs, team pubs. Alright, sweet. Now that our goals are set, let's rewind all the way back to my very first games. At this stage, the thought of an Ashe challenge hadn't really popped in my head yet. You could literally hear one of my boys go,
Not gonna lie, Lyric. That Ashe, try Ashe. It's like kind of stupid how mobile you are.
okay, fuck it. And so then it started. The start of this challenge in my very first Ashe game. And it definitely showed. Holy fuck, you get this thing fast.
Yep.
Boy. Yep, you're 1 HP too. Here, drone.
Outside on the left, I think.
Oh my
I
god.
didn't hit a
Further
single
down.
bullet.
My door.
This is so hard to wall bounce with this guy.
I don't think it's possible. Yes.
Oh, they can't move.
It is fast as fuck.
Insane. Yeah, I don't even know what I am doing. Even though I thought the dash was sick, I even stopped playing Ashe for like a day or two. Since the dash can be awkward, since you can't have a separate keybind for it, it has to be whatever your jump key is. But yeah, safe to say I sucked bad at Ashe. On the bright side though, Play Apex came to stream, dropped 50 gifted subs on me on Twitch, wishing me good games on the new season, so that was cool. And then for the first time, there was a glimpse of greatness. So,
Oh, cook him.
but what's funny is the glimpse is gone immediately after when I turned the corner with like 5 wall bounces and some easy shots on this horizon.
Coming on me.
Oh yeah.
Oh, bounce.
Oh no.
Dude.
And don't even get me started on the first time I actually used my dash to kill someone. I got hyped for quite literally your most average kill using the dash. So for the sake of showing the difference between now
God damn, you are
to when I started, we're going to go over what I was bad at first and why. The first 15 games or so, my movement was terrible. My dash being bound to scroll wheel made a lot of normal movement much harder to pull off. So as a result, I would constantly run into things, dash on accident, lose all momentum. Yeah. Many of you will have this problem too, so we'll come back to how exactly I fix this. Bro, I keep going so far. For now, I just spam using dashes to get places faster so that I could get used to it, rather than using it in actual fights. Other than mechanical errors, my ability usage started off pretty bad. My dashes were wasted going in, so I wouldn't have an escape from a fight if I needed.
Oh my god, he just hit that.
Oh, one HP on my X.
He's on the left side here. Swinging you.
No.
Damn.
My snares were wasted or aimed too high up.
Nope.
I mean, yeah, we were just hitting nothing a lot. Just hitting the wall, hitting the sky. I would throw it too high many times, too far. And on top of that, I kept using my portal to start the fights instead of waiting for a knock or disengaging with it.
He's getting ash push.
Oh.
Freaks everywhere.
I'm dead, bro.
Everywhere.
Oh, shit. And sometimes I wouldn't use any abilities at all for some reason. Like here, I have all my abilities up. I get a knock. And I don't choose to snare. I don't choose to dash away. And I don't choose to port away. I just kind of shoot until I die. On top of being rusty and personally not having played Apex in the last couple of months, learning all these new abilities of Ash and all these new characters I've never seen, the confidence, ego, all of it was just getting shattered. I was like, damn, bruh, game's hard as fuck. And I know this is how it goes for some of you when you come back to this game. In my opinion, Apex is the hardest mechanical FPS for MNK players. But you think we just call it GG here?
GG's, bro!
You think we just give up? Play an easier game? You think that's what we came here to do? Nah, it was just time to get good. And I'll show you how. If you're new to this channel, quick intro. Name's Lyric, previous professional Apex and Call of Duty player for E United, XSET, CLG, etc. Rank 3 Pred Peak, ALGS bronze medalist. Reached the pro level with both controller and mouse and keyboard, so I'm well versed enough to teach you skills that will apply to both inputs, I promise. You can learn either way, whatever it is you want to do. After those first 15 grueling, absolutely abysmal video game matches, realized, we needed to adjust a few things. And I thought, what could I change maybe in my settings or how I'm playing to improve? This was my turning point. Now, real quick, settings. I'll skim through what I use, pause it, go back if you need to, but nothing changes for Ash in particular. Also, if you're really new to Apex, just be sure to turn this off. Depending on how butchered your settings were, it could make an insane difference. But when I changed the weapons I would use with Ash, this single-handedly improved my gameplay by a huge margin. I wasn't familiar with all the changes that have happened since the break, so the weapon meta was beyond me. Here's a current gun tier list to show where to start, and personally, I'll use any of those in this pool. Nemesis, R99, Car, Eva, L-Star, Flatline. These weapons I found to be pretty versatile, pretty effective for Ash's aggressive playstyle. Just be sure to keep a long range for poking, and a close range for finishing. With Ash, you're always looking for an opening to strike, since the playstyle she allows you to have is the most aggressive in the entire fucking game. Ash has so many abilities compared to the rest of the cast, pretty low cooldowns too, so you don't have to be afraid to use them. Manage your abilities correctly and you can get in and out as you please. Let me explain how to use this to your advantage. You walk up, take off angle, do some damage, dash out. You have 2 dashes and the cooldown's only 10 seconds, so rinse and repeat. Mix in your snare to stun lock people in position and you're bound to get the first kills to open up the fight. You can afford to combo abilities to start the fight, just be sure to always keep one option open to get out. A popular combo I like to use when engaging: poke with long range, snare, dash in, finish with your close range. A popular combo I'd use when disengaging is portal out, snare the port, dash away. Things to note: for your snare, try aiming closer to the floor, especially the closer the target is, because it's an AoE ability. It's easier to hit if you stick it to something. And 2, if you miss but hit the floor, it will stay on the floor for some time, and if anyone walks by, it can still trap them. Also, keep an eye on your ult cooldown because it is 2 minutes. You should always know when it's up. That way, if you don't have it, you should play a little more passive because you can't make a drastic exit. If you have it though, you can play more aggressive. And for the dash, it's more obvious, but to be thorough, you'll be using it to push into and away from a fight, to get into and out of cover, to cross gaps you wouldn't cross with other movement tech, dodge damage of any kind including abilities, and to prevent false stuns. So you just dash just before touching the ground when flying or falling and you won't be slowed. To prevent accidental dashing for my scroll wheel users out there, try only using 1 or 2 steps in your scroll wheel for movements such as tap strafing, wall bounces, etc. It's tough to break old habits, but this one works for me so I could save my dashing when I really need it. I actually don't even use spacebar. Combo the dash with existing movement tech and the variety of possibilities is crazy. Wall bounce dash, fatigue bounce dash, super glide dash, tap strafe dash, mantle jump dash, super jump dash, etc, 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 etc.
What?
Now I can't stress this enough. Which movement to use and when is completely situational and can always change on the spot, so I don't really think it's in your best interest to solely focus on movement. No one's gonna stand still with 100 bullets, so you could set up the perfect flurry of tech and combo mechanics, backflip him, and you know what I'm saying. And that's not to discount anyone solely focusing on movement. It's just something you're supposed to do on the fly, instinctively, due to knowledge of all the tech and map layout and many other things in the game. That's how you'll be the hardest kill. That's how you'll be the hardest 1v1 on the map, and just be a better player in general. It's a good way to look at it. But check out my friend Moki Sniper's website, apexmovement.tech, for further info on movement tech in general if there's something you want to learn or understand better. Link will be in the description too. And that's everything I consider useful and important as of now. There may be other stuff that I'm unaware of or didn't mention, but this is what helped me improve personally. So after getting the arsenal ready, gaining some knowledge, double checking things, and adopting a new game plan, it was time to really lock in on my anime training arc. Let's grind out these games and level up.
No!
3 people are here. 3, yeah. 3.
Lifeline
150, 150.
Lifeline 1 here. Dang there. These guys are zone holding. Like, this should kill us all. Bruh. Can't even. What the fuck is he running?
Titanfall type movement. Dude, facts. Shit sick. 3.5. At this point, I was slowly having more and more impact per game and finding the best way to deal with certain character matchups and other ashes. I even got to have a fun little 1v1 against this pro EU controller player. Still a lot of misplays and sloppy mechanics I wanted to iron out for sure, but it was nice to see I could still hold my own against some of the top players. The more that I played, the more comfortable I got using the tech I showed earlier. For example, I made a nice play here by porting for height, getting a better angle on this guy walking up the ramp, crack him, immediately drop off the other side to catch a timing and using dash to cancel my fall zone. Other side of the ramp now, hit a little jump peak, bought 2 little kittens walking up, so I throw my snare out, low to the floor I might add because I was whipping the range ones before. Get the knock on young G, the Mirage who's snared is just my bait at this point, probably just 360 him. Blank. I'm just running everyone down now. Use the dash to cancel the false stun again. Fly this guy here. and end this game with the first Ash 20. Chat's hyped. They're getting out of their seats. They can't help it. Love to see it. Rifting close.
Oh yeah.
At this point, we're having a blast. Ash is like addictively fun. Just the best movement experience Apex has ever seen. OP this character. I was playing her for like 8 hours straight and not getting bored. It wasn't all perfect though. Now that we're heating up a little bit, we started running into the problem of overheating and just trolling.
What?
Testing the limits just to see how much I could actually get away with, you know, I was throwing. But gaining insight. Can I take these? Does this work? Oh, imagine that was a one tap. Here, for example, I was starting to catch myself. Feeling freaky after those last shots, me and the Ash meet. I notice he's pretty good. Land on a nade, so I start to heal. Quickly check where my teammate is. I notice he's in his own world, not aware at all. So without overheating and going crazy on a 1v1 here, I back up. Got a trade, got a better spot, and another crack. Pretty solid heads up play already. We should push. Point is, you got to keep in mind what your teammates may be capable of before deciding what you're going to do. I end up calming in game chat like, yo, we should go now. He's still chilling. Bro's going for the res. Crazy work, but it's all good.
One HP on me, one HP on me.
You can even hear me get a little frustrated with my teammate. God bless his soul.
Holy fuck, how long does it take? Ah, I'm kidding. It's fine. He can do whatever he wants.
Just a few games later, I got Mondi's dad. This was a generational duo in the works. I was like, wait a minute, old man is frying. This is basically the exact opposite of the last teammates. You're able to do more, get away with more when you play with more aware players. All you have to do is identify if they are or not. But I wasn't about to be carried by a 60-year-old father of four. Another example of my popular way to engaging earlier, cracking them and then snaring instead of the other way around. Think about it, if you're the one that just got cracked and now you're snared immediately after, I mean, how good are the vibes right now? You know, not great. Once my mechanics started unrusting, I started to really take over the games. See, I wasn't joking about taking over. Now that we're at the halfway mark, I'm feeling good. Apex is too fun again, and I'm enjoying the process of learning something new. I took notes about my takeaways at this time. Biggest strengths for Ashe would be you're the most evasive character in the game and the biggest threat to those without movement. Weaknesses though, no one can catch up with you, not even your teammates, so you must keep in mind at all times about their positioning. Some things that can counter you or be a pain to deal with. Lifeline's ult turns the tide of fights even when you get the first knock. They can be res and full HP fast, so be careful for that. Ballistic's Q can sort of cancel out your snare, because if you go in and get silenced, you can just die. And Path, Horizon, and Wraith can't necessarily counter you, but the snare won't slow them much if they just Q after. New skirmisher buffs coming soon though to all these characters, and it will be huge and interesting to see the matchups after this. One thing I forgot to note is characters that Ashe is insane against: Rampart, Seer, Crypto, Bloodhound. They have no means of escaping at all if you hit a snare on them, so it basically forces them to be with a teammate at all times. From 150 to 300, let's see how far I can make it from here.
Don't commit, don't commit. Stay outside. That's a 20 bomb 4K with no AR. Ow. No AR necessary. Snared one. Crack two, crack two. Oh, was off. Jump up the path. You're down one. Noisy.
Here's the overall gameplay loop if you want high kill games. Pick a hot drop, aka where most people are going to land, you think. Look around for how many teams are nearby, how many teams are with you. Once you win your POI, you will either go third party one of the neighboring POIs or just clean it up. And then once that's done, you check your map for recent deaths. That'll tell you next where you're going to go. Obviously, if there's recent deaths all the way out here in Rig or Basin, you're not just going to travel across the entire map to go clean those up. Anywhere where there's recent deaths near you, that's where you want to go. You want to have a very somewhat linear line that's headed towards the zone and not just travel across the entire map for some kills. That'll just waste your time. There's some RNG involved, of course, but this is a good general game plan if what you want is high kill.
Dominating. He's up. I'm up top with you.
I'm below.
I'm on bang, top right. Bang crack. Good.
I'm rezzing.
One shot on me.
There it is. Oh, word. Good job. When you take it. Nice. He's batting. Nice. Blow him up. Me.
Oh no.
Big enough.
I got a bat. Low bit dead.
Insta-res. One of you. I did say at the start of this game. Yeah, you did.
Venice. Coming up.
Dude, I'm below.
Good two.
Got twins.
Lifeline hit 50.
He's got hits more than mine.
170.
I'm dead.
Can you go to the roof? One more on me. One.
Good work, boys.
Nice.
That's how we do it.
All that grinding all the way until I finally reached the final 300th game. I'm sure there's still a lot to learn though, but I've really enjoyed tracking the progress nonetheless. Looking back and seeing how far you've come is a proud moment and can definitely push you to see how far you can go. Now I want to ask you guys, I'm curious what's been your guys' biggest challenges or learning curve in Apex so far, and what would you be curious to see me help you with? To wrap this up, all of the settings, strategies, and tips I've shared come down to one key thing: improving your mindset and outlook on how you approach the game. Being more adaptable, using your abilities strategically, and understanding how movement tech works with Ash's kit, you can approach each encounter with a fresh, more calculated perspective. It's not just about the mechanics, it's about how you think and react in the moment, how you approach the flow of the game, how you're constantly learning and adjusting to improve. This shift in mindset is how you level up. Not only as a player, but as someone who can approach every challenge with confidence and versatility. And that's a wrap, boys. Listen, man, if you're still watching right now and made it this far, thank you so much for watching this entire thing. This project was a risk and a huge task to take on. I mean, I literally started the beginning of this video like a month and a half ago. Obviously I was streaming a lot too, but I want to do something people haven't really seen with Apex, and I'm proud of all the work I put in on this thing and how it turned out. So much fun making this, for real. And for what's next, I mean, you guys know this entire process was streamed on twitch.tv/lyric, so you can find me there working on the next video. Let me know if you guys enjoyed this new style of storytelling / long-term challenge / montage / funny moments kind of video. Peace.